Hi, I'm Virgie Rodriguez here with A Race of Your Own, where we talk about how inspiration leads to resilience, or the other way around, resilience leads to inspiration. And I know it's been a minute. I've taken a break, but you know what? It's because we're working on a bunch of other stuff. We have some exciting stuff coming up, and we're excited about it. So, this week's guest is a fast-rising comedian, actor, and writer who's originally from Houston, Texas. His stand-up clips and his viral skits have garnered a lot of attention from a lot of comedic giants like Mike Epps and Steve Harvey. In 2021, he launched the multimedia studio and production company called Creative Space Houston, where he hosted community-based art galleries and comedy shows featuring comedians like Matt Rife, Justin Silva, and Keon, I think Poli, excuse me. Okay. He's performed on stages across the U.S. with Epps, Harvey, and Kev on stage. He's also been tapped to play by Issa Rae a role on the pilot. He played a role on the pilot of the episode for HBO's Insecure, and he's garnered millions of views across his viral skits on digital media platforms, all deaf. He's currently based in New York City, and he's making waves across the North American comedic circuit, Mr. Cris Sosa.
Yo, come on. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's
Yay.
tight.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean,
for that.
that's your bio.
It is. It is. It is, but it's cool because just to hear it out loud, it's like I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did do those things. It's
yeah,
tight.
it's so funny because I read everybody's kind of bio. Some people, sit there and they're like, oh wow, I did forget. Most people say that. They're like, oh, I did do that. I did,
Yeah,
I like them hearing their work. There's something about that.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. You're like your line is the resilience leads to inspiration.
Yeah.
All that resilience can have you forget about everything that you've done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're always in the motion of trying to move forward, trying to be better. I can do more. So when you're doing that forward motion, you forget to look back, it can be a good thing because you don't want to hold on to nothing, that's going to be holding you back. But it's also okay to look back and see, like, hear back the stuff that you've done, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. So, you're from Houston, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Did you start how did you get into comedy? How did you choose comedy, or did comedy choose you?
Man, I feel like comedy definitely did choose me. But I started stand-up comedy when I moved from Houston when I was 19. I moved to LA actually, and I started comedy when I was 20.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
And you're 21 now.
Right. I'm 32.
Oh, okay.
I turned 33 in June 25th.
Okay, happy birthday.
Yeah.
You're Gemini?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh, Cancer.
Yeah.
Yay. My mommy's a Cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't we great?
You guys are like hard on the outside, but like mushy on the inside.
Like a crab.
Like a crab. Crab.
Like a crab.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that's always been a silly kid, always been goofy,
Right.
always been class clown. I center of attention type of thing. Not really center of attention like you guys need to look at me, but it's just one of those like watch me make the whole class laugh. I'm a crack everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And when it comes to like your skits, I mean, I think one of the more famous ones we could say is Dominican Usher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So what made you all of a sudden? Did you just like wake up one day and you're just like, let me make fun of let's do like a Dominican Usher. Like,
No.
What if Usher was Dominican?
Yeah. First off, I am a huge Usher fan.
Yeah.
Like first, like
Same.
I love Michael Jackson, obviously, right? But then after Mike, like when Usher came out, like at least when I heard of him when he came out with the 8701 album, so that you were the classes are like You Remind Me, You Don't Have to Call. Drew Got It Bad.
Drew Got It Bad.
Yeah. So with like those songs, I was like, yo, who is this guy? And I want to be like him. Like, you know what I mean? I went to go watch him at concert. I was like 8 years old. That was my first concert ever.
Oh, nice.
My mom went to go take me to see Usher. So when this happened, he was just doing an appearance on Good Morning America. And he was singing his songs a cappella.
Oh, nice.
So he was like, you got it back. Obviously, he's singing it his way, whatever. But I'm watching it on the phone, and after watching the video, I'm just going about my day. But I always like to like have the accent and talk like this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when I talk like this, I sometimes sing like this. So sometimes I'll be like, Joe got it back when you're on the phone. And it was making me laugh. So I was like, well, Usher do look Dominican. And I was already doing voiceovers prior to like Usher. I was already like doing voiceovers as content. Like it was kind of like my lane. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when I did that, I put it on. I wasn't thinking this is gonna go viral.
Right.
I just thought it's my type of humor. It's silly. If Usher was Dominican and posted it, and it took off.
It really did.
It took off.
It really did.
It got to Usher. Like Usher ended up like.
Did he commented on it? What did he say?
So Usher was like, tell me y'all don't die laughing when y'all hear the Dominican Usher. He's like, he needs a whole album. He needs to make an album.
Would you do a whole album?
Man, what? In a heartbeat. I would definitely do an album. But, cost money.
Would you make it? It does cost money.
I want to do it right. That's why that's on that end.
Would you make it a bachata album?
See, that's the thing too. Like I think about how much of it would I make it leaning more on the Dominican side or keeping the fusion, so where it's like more, it's still R&B, but there's some hints of bachata in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and your background is full. No, it's not full Dominican.
No. I'm so my mom's full Mexican. My dad's Puerto Rican Dominican.
Okay.
So I actually have just like a quarter of Dominican and quarter of Puerto Rican, and then like
50%.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I mean,
well, your mom's got great taste in music.
Yeah, I know, right?
She took you to the concert.
Yeah, my mom put me on game early.
Did she?
Yeah, she put me and my siblings. I have an older brother and a younger sister. I'm a middle child. Middle child and a Cancer. Like it just
doesn't get any better.
Any more emotional than that. You know what I mean? Emotions are flying. But
drama.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
My mom put us on game with like hip hop, Tupac,
nice,
Biggie. She put us on to Michael Jackson.
Obviously, yes. Of course.
Yeah, so she has definitely some good taste.
Nice, sure. But it also got attention of Dave Chappelle, right? Didn't
Dave Chappelle? Did? Oh, it did.
Yeah, like talk about that.
That was super dope. That was super dope because, again, viral. The Dominican Usher goes viral like each year. I'll post a little video. And a friend of mine, Lenny Penny, she's a producer of Yearlywood comedy show out there. It started in LA, but it's now moved back to New York. But she is good friends with Dave. Okay. And Lenny is Dominican. Right. Okay. And so the video like came across Dave's timeline, which I didn't even think like Chappelle even was on social. Yeah. But apparently he saw it and he wanted to call his Dominican friend. So he calls Lenny and he's like, yo, have you heard this like Dominican Usher? He's like, you got it back. And Lenny's telling me she's like, he's so excited about it. Like he was at his summer camp or like the out there in the cornfields. He has that retreat. And so in the party, he's like kept seeing Lenny, and every time he saw Lenny, he'd be like, you got it back. I was just like, yo, that's crazy.
Is he one of your heroes? Was he?
He's definitely like a legend in the game. I recognize, absolutely. Like, you know what I mean? Like I respect. He's cold. He has a cold pin game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's everybody's like in comedy. I would think like he's just a hero for all the aspiring comedians.
And I've always said, I think, coming from the dance background, dance world, dance is hard, yes, but like I feel like comedy is like one of the if not the hardest job in entertainment, because you have to make a room of complete strangers laugh. Yeah. And you have to be brilliant. Like you have to, and he's one of them. I think Dave Chappelle's one of the I mean, I love Eddie Murphy and like the greats, Richard Pryor, obviously, but like of our time, Dave Chappelle being one of them is like his brilliance.
I saw Dave on an interview with Michelle Obama. In my opinion.
Yeah.
And
her podcast.
Her podcast. And he was talking about how well he's able to speak comedy. He said like his stand up is it's almost like a fluent language that he can just speak. He's fluent in. Mm-hmm. So he knows how to just talk stand up. So he can be on stage and use a brand new joke, but like he knows it's going to hit. He knows how to deliver it. He knows how to
Right.
You know what I mean, like that's somebody who's really mastered their craft, mastered their voice.
Right. Cat Williams, I think, is another.
Yeah, facts.
That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Coy, I like too. He's funny. Sorry,
Joe Coy's nice with it.
Joe Coy's hilarious.
Joe Coy's super nice.
And I think like the like the comedians that use their like their upbringing, their family, right? Like especially like from a cultural background, him being Filipino. I
Yep.
think who's it? Crap. He's slipping me right now. He's slipping me right now.
What's his style, or what is he? What is he? Is he?
Asian comedian. He has a podcast.
Oh, Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I saw him at the Comedy Store, and he's like talks about his dad.
Yeah.
Like and he goes into this whole rant on his dad. You know, I just think like comedians that tie in their upbringing, like their families.
Yeah. Because it comes from a real place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the best type of comedy for me, at least. I do enjoy a creative written, joke that is coming from other inspirations. But like anything that comes from a real place, yeah, I love that.
So what's up? Okay, so you're in LA. Tell me, what are we doing? How are we conquering the world? Where are we going next? You're touring right now, right?
No, not right now. I'm not currently touring. I did do my first tour like a few months ago.
Okay.
That was super dope. That was like I did 6 cities, first headlining tour, and it was very exciting.
Okay.
Very exciting, and there was a lot I learned from. It was a lot I learned from because, boy, like what it takes to be a headliner, but also take care of your own travel, and then how you're gonna lodge your housing yourself and all that stuff. Like, what are we gonna, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I didn't have no sponsors. I didn't have nothing.
Oh crap.
This was all just me, just like betting on myself. You know what I mean?
What do you think? Because of social media, right? Like you can reach an audience of people that don't know you, right? All over the world, right? And so how has that changed like comedy, right? And like how people approach comedy? Because before it's like you hear Dave Chappelle, you hear all these guys through the years, like, Stiller and, all these guys talk about, and Seinfeld, talk about how they'd have to wait their turn at a comedy club and blah, blah, blah. And it's still there's still that world, right, with comedy. But, like, there's also this whole online world of people that you can reach, like your Dominican Usher reached so many people, right? So, like, has that changed the way you kind of approach going to do clubs? Like, does that give you an in? Because you know how in Hollywood for a while, it was like, when it was like really social media was like heavy and influencers were heavy, they were like, well, how many followers do you have?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I still feel like it's kind of like that. But at the same time, though, my in was specific to me because a lot of the people that I've worked with was through me, like my services, like graphic designing, screen printing. I was designing merch. I was printing merch. I was web designing. Like I still do this. Like I'm outside of comedy. I just consider myself an all around creative.
Yeah.
And so, any way that I can apply my services to help you level up, I got you.
Yeah.
So like, if you need a logo, you need me to design your merch while you're on the road. Like,
I need merch.
I did, yeah, for sure. Like,
no, we need merch.
And I'm also building, and I also got a team now too. Shout out to Blue Steel.
Blue Steel.
Yeah. He's been really killing it. He's been killing it. It's my brother. His name is Mitchell, but
Hi, Mitchell.
I also just want to give a shout out to Blue Steel. But he's been killing it. He's been killing it. Yeah.
Well, I think it's like being your own entrepreneur in that sense, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to know the merch. You have to know the digital landscape. You have to know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So like especially comedy that is so like if you don't get out there, if you don't put yourself on the stage, right? Because even now you're saying you're like, I'm gonna go hit up some clubs. While I'm here.
Yeah, for sure.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
What is the source of your material? Is it just something that you just see that kind of happens? Kind of like Dominican Usher. I don't want to keep using that as an example,
okay.
but like where do you find your most inspiration when it comes to jokes, right?
Yeah, most of the time it does come from a real place, like my upbringing, my family, relationships. Yeah, because the same why I'm a fan of these comedians you mentioned of where like the comedy that they come from. I also want to come from that same place, so it's like it keeps it specific to me. It keeps it as original as can be. You know what I mean? I know that we all have similar premises in the world of like somebody's gonna talk about a breakup. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're gonna talk about certain things that like complaints that maybe it's just all about your perspective and how you're going to put your spin on it. You know what I mean? Like how you make your arroz con pollo is different how I make my arroz con pollo. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hungry now.
Oh yeah.
You know how to cook?
Yeah, I know
You
how to
do?
cook. Yeah,
What's your favorite dish?
I mean, I make the classic. I will make a classic like pollo guisado with like arroz, habichuela, plátanos.
Ya tú sabes.
Ya tú sabes.
Maduro o tostones?
Maduro. I can make tostones too, but
Okay.
Maduro's.
Maduro?
Yeah. And that's the only Spanish I know how to speak though. Just in case we get tested anymore. I know how to say like some dishes and then like some que lo que, ya tú sabes, es de lo mío. But that's it. Don't.
What?
We cannot have a segment in here where we're gonna be talking fluently.
So this summer we're sending you to DR for a few weeks.
And that's what I hear. I hear that a lot. Yeah, I hear that a lot from all the Dominican homies in New York. Yeah. They're all telling me like, bro, we just send you to DR
for like a month.
You're straight.
You're fine. You'll learn Spanish and you'll come back straight Dominican.
Oye, manito, ya tú sabes.
Ya tú sabes, bang.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's been that. And you know what? I can. Okay, I want to.
I'm really disappointed. You don't know more Spanish.
I know.
I'm really disappointed.
I know. And it's the story of my life. But I talk about that on stage though.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I talk about how I know I can't speak Spanish.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I do know how to dance though.
You know how to dance merengue?
Merengue, bachata, salsa,
reggaeton,
Taco Tuesday,
perreo.
I know how to get down, yo. I do know how to dance. And that was one of the things. It's like I can't speak Spanish, but I know how to cook and I can dance. So
you're Latino enough.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think of Bad Bunny's performance at the Super Bowl?
I thought it was fire.
Okay.
First of all, I wouldn't even say anything otherwise, just off of the simple fact that like la cultura. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, I genuinely felt like it was super dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. All the cameos, Ricky Martin, like, stop playing.
I
was a big Ricky Martin fan. I still am, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm giving my age away, like, whatever. But, like, I saw Ricky Martin in concert.
For real?
With Menudo at Radio City Music
Hall.
Oh,
wow.
When I was just a little
That's what gave up your age. You said Menudo. Then
Menudo.
That's what gave up.
It was when he first got in the band.
Sheesh.
Súbete a mi moto.
Wow.
With Robbie Rosa. Remember
That's
Robbie
great.
Rosa?
I don't remember that one.
Robbie Rosa wrote a lot for Ricky Martin later, like
really?
La Vida Loca era.
Oh, okay.
He wrote
That's
a lot.
when I know Ricky.
Outside is out. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I just love Latinidad and I love you're doing things like Dominican Usher, which is like viral and it's like hilarious. And I think don't mind me if I go off on a tangent. Please change the subject.
No,
I don't mind. But I always wondered because comedy, again, obviously, it makes the world go round. It really does, right? Like if we're not laughing at ourselves, who are we laughing at?
Right.
But there's something like I almost feel like for the comedian because we hear comedians like kind of talk us through stuff, right? And we get it and we get the punchline and we get like a resolve, so to speak. But I always wonder for the comedian themselves, is it therapeutic to say things like that, really vulnerable stuff on stage, like about the way you were brought up or like, you know, an ex relationship or a family member? Like,
man,
you know, like you got to go back home to some of these people.
No, yeah. No, I totally understand. It's for sure therapeutic.
Okay.
If there's anybody that I check in with, it's my sister, my brother. My brother is less like he gonna be straight. If I make a joke, it's really I check in with my sister. I check in with my mom.
Okay.
My dad, he's gonna be straight. You know, he loves when I make jokes about him.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just anything to give my dad some like, you know what I mean, some limelight.
Like a chuckle.
Yeah.
Does it like if your dad's like, I love it when you talk about me. Like, does he go, yeah, I do that? And, like, does it change his behavior?
Oh, like, is it actually, like,
helpful?
Oh, word. Nah, I don't have any,
No?
I don't have any material I don't have any material that's, like, my dad needs to fix this.
Oh, okay.
Actually just imitate, like, one thing that my dad does is that he likes to FaceTime me. I would say almost every day, but every other day he'll FaceTime me just to remind me of, like, what 59 looks like. Because he's 59. So he likes to FaceTime and be like, yo, you see that, son? That's 59 right there, son. That's his thing. and he'll
Does he like work out and stuff? Is that what it is?
If he has these mantras that he lives by, he'll be like,
Okay.
if I wasn't me, I would love to be me. There's not a mirror I don't like. That's what he says.
Is that a new character, you think?
Yeah. No, I definitely have. I'm working on a one-man show.
Oh, nice.
And that's like a Leguzamo style.
I was just about to ask.
Like Leguzamo. And so I want to play my father, be my mother, brother and sister, my cousins.
Are you going to do that off Broadway? Are you going to take a Leguzamo route in that sense? Because I remember Spikorama.
Yep.
Was one of his first ones. I had
Mambo
tickets.
Mouth.
I had tickets to that.
For real?
Yes.
See that?
And I had a test. I couldn't go. I was
no way.
so mad. I was like, fuck.
You remember what the test was for?
I was studying communications and advertising at the time.
Where?
So it was like one of those tests. It
I
was
mean,
like a thesis, like or something dumb. I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, you're doing great. You're interviewing me. We're on a podcast.
Look at that. I'm communicating.
Yeah, you're doing great.
I did win a communicators award.
Yeah,
too.
So look, worth it.
We're on an award-winning podcast.
There you go.
Look at that.
Absolutely worth it. But I would have loved to gone to that play,
dude.
Have
you studied his stuff like that?
Yeah, I love what Leguzamo. I've watched all his plays: Spikorama, Mambo Mouth, Freak, Ghetto Clown.
Mambo Mouth was great.
Latin History for Morons.
That one I saw too. I saw that one here in LA.
Word.
One of those. Was it the history one? That one was a while ago. I feel like I saw whatever he did. One of the
Sexaholics. I forgot that one. But he's cold.
I love him as Chichi Rodriguez in To Wong Fu. I think that's the one where he's like, no, I don't think so. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I literally say that to my friends now. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because he's such a cultural icon in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, he was the first voice I saw because growing up as Afro-Latinos in New York City at the time and like Hollywood, right? And Latinos in Hollywood and what that looked like, for me, the person that I looked up to was like Celia, right? Like Celia Cruz, like, Afro-Latinos really in Hollywood at that level.
Mm-hmm.
But John Leguizamo, when he came out with Chi-Chi in the movie, but he also did it was it in Spikorama or was it in Mambo Mouth? That he did I think it was Chi-Chi. I think it's the same.
Both. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, like I know that character.
Yeah.
I can relate.
I think it was
to
Mambo Mouth.
Mambo Mouth.
Yeah,
and I could relate to that character.
Mm-hmm. He's like,
right. P to the R to the I to the N, princess. Yeah. Like,
mm-hmm.
It's just I was like, those are the girls I've grown up with.
Do you mind if I say wow? Yeah.
Yo,
he's a beast. He's
a beast. And, but he studied. He's so good at portraying the and not a condescending way.
Oh yeah,
I felt
it's just fully embodying the character and playing their truth. You know what I mean? Like that character that was like being the like quote unquote like the prostitute.
Right.
He's like shedding light and showing like what this character is and giving her making her powerful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in that monologue, she's talking about how she sees a friend that got hit and she's like, oh no, you can't let. No, mamita, you can't let nobody do you like that. If next time, what you need to do is you need to have a knife in one hand and glue in the other. So when he's asleep, you glue his glue the thing to his thigh, and then you can cut it like all that stuff. But like he's just really good. He's really good with those characters. I mean, he's an amazing actor. And I remember when I saw him on Pest. When I saw him on Pest, I was like, because I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan. Like I love Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I love
and for Leguizamo, I was like, wait, there's a Latin Jim Carrey?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a somebody who looks like me who is just as funny and knows how to do characters and knows how to do this and knows how to do that. Man, I was like, all right.
And that to me is like that he exemplifies like growing up in New York City, like at like theater, like you know what I mean, like digging deep and doing a one-man show is tough. Like you're gonna like that's digging in deep to like.
And I'm telling you, I'm glad you said that because it's one of the toughest things to write. Because here's the thing. Yeah. A lot of my friends, my family, people who are close to me, they know that I've been talking about this one-man show for a long time now. And it's been a lot of talk. But the pen has definitely been on the paper. I have like 3 drafts, like 90 pages of, and each one that like It's definitely been a production, but the thing is, like what you just said, the digging. Like I've had writing sessions where I'm full blown crying,
Yeah.
like hard. That I didn't know that I just unlocked something that I didn't even know that was gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
I've been in character where I'm like responding to my dad of what would be in the play, and there's a moment that I'm tapping into in the play that is along the lines of that. It's the because my parents separated, so it's gonna be in that world, but it's just a moment that I had with my father in real life, but it's so heartbreaking that like when I am regurgitating the line, saying it, cried, and I was like, oof, didn't know I was gonna let that happen, but I gotta do the play
Right.
100 times, so I gotta stay locked in. So it is very tough, but it's it's the work.
Well, it's the work, and it's also like it's also a talent, right? Like it's like a you got to keep the audience engaged. I mean, it's gonna be the ultimate test, not to put any pressure on you of like keeping an audience engaged.
Well, see, here's the thing,
but like,
and like doing stand up for 13 years now, I'm not afraid of the quiet. Like when I'm telling a story, if the audience is quiet, that's a good gauge that they're listening, right? As Chappelle says the same thing. Like I can take you along this whole journey as long as there's still a punch at the end, then we're good. You know what I mean? And then just like staying in character, and then I just want to be able to like show like all around the talents that I have to offer. So not only will I be obviously I'm gonna be funny. It's gonna be a funny show, but I'm gonna be showcasing my dancing, showcasing my acting when it comes to like the more vulnerable moments, you know, and then really showcase like my art skills. So like the set designs and stuff like that, or the artwork that you'll see on the set will be paintings of mine. And so it's a one man show to show all the skills. Also for kids who are coming up after me for them to feel seen, for like to have their Leguizamo moment. Right. You know what I mean? So I'm just here to be a vessel and show.
Right, right. And I think that's why I'm like Afro Latinidad is so important now. It's like us writing our stories, right? Yeah. Because I've seen some stuff out in the world, and we won't get into it now, but we might get into it later, of lifting. Cultural stuff that's being lifted, and who is telling our story. So it's like there's been whole segments of our history missing. And specifically talking about, I know that there's a Ritmo Sabor or something. There's a Latin music exhibit right now at the Smithsonian. They have like Latin American Museum. I don't know what the exact title of it is, but I was like looking through it. A friend of mine went to the opening, and I'm like, there's a whole section. There's like whole parts that are just like missing and like not there. So it's like, I feel like it's so important for people like yourself, even John Leguizamo, things that are doing these things that it's like, no, we're telling our stories from our perspective. Yeah, but don't alter like our history either. And then, and it's people like yourself, people like him that step up and say like, these are our stories, this is what's true, right? Like I don't know, I feel like it's super important that we keep showing up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's dope for people to, again, like how dig deep, know where it's coming from, come from a real place. That's the best type of art one can create. Not that it's not okay to, like, it's also just as creative to come up with things that have to do with like what's going on in society and like politically and all these things. Like you can do some creative stuff with that, original ideas that are like, even if you're making movies and you're creating a ET, you know what I'm saying? Like you can have those ideas. But me personally, I would always just go give the advice of like, just come from a real place. Yeah. Start there. You know what I mean? Because nobody has a life like you. Nobody has a life like me. Right. Nobody has a life like her. Like we all have our own specific life. Just us existing is a blessing beyond that we can even fathom or even have understand. So it's like, as long as you can tell your story exactly what it is, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be original. It's gonna be special.
Is there anybody or anything that you haven't that you aspire to work with, You know, is there, because it's so much is changing. We've talked about this offline here, but like so much is changing in the industry. Hollywood is, you know, pretty much a mess right now. I mean, that's just the reality of what it is. I'm not talking bad about it.
There's a healthy cleanse going on. That's all.
That's a great way to look at it, I guess.
Yeah, just a de-shedding. It's you know, I was gonna say like a snake, but that would be kind of a double entendre.
Right.
Not to call people snakes. But I'm just saying though.
Right.
But you know, it's a what is it? A repeat in history. You know, when things like people go on strikes and people do this, people get off the board and all that stuff. It's like whatever's like being weeded out, whatever this is for the better.
Right.
I believe.
I hope,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I'm not afraid of AI. I'm not afraid of this. I don't. It doesn't. The vertical series. They don't bother me. I don't get bothered by that. I like evolution. I like innovation.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like that. So it's like, what can we do to make these better? And all these tools that are being given to us to help us, especially in our culture. Here's the thing. Within who we are, we always have to feel like we got to do everything ourselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we have to wear all these hats. And I do this, and I do this, and I do that, and I edit this, and you want to complain about AI, but AI can literally wear maybe 3 out of the 7 hats that you have.
Right.
You understand? So like, don't be so heavy and hard, like stuck on like, man, y'all out here using AI, man. We got to be original. Yo, come on, like, understand what you can use it for, and then.
I think Ben Affleck and Matt Damon had like an interview about that where they were like, no, well, AI actually is like, we would still use a real live actor, but maybe we would use AI to like build the set behind them, you know, or like place like a flying something saucer. I don't know, you know, or put other actors behind them, you know what I mean? Which might cut back on like background talent, but at least, you know, they're building this scene like behind it. And I think that there is a misconception about like something like AI, right? Because we do feel like, and is that like a Latino thing? Is that where we're like, we have to do it? I don't know. For me, it's like,
I think so.
I saw my parents do everything, right?
Yeah. No, it definitely is a Latino thing. I think it would even be a black and brown thing, but Latino specifically is that like we come from hard work.
Right.
You know what I mean? So our parents are there is no excuses. Just get it done. And get it done and do it right.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, it's a great exercise and tool to have, an element to have within ourselves to be hard workers. But there's also reasons why a lot of other things get done with other folks, other cultures who understand how to use this. You know, work smart, not hard. You know what I mean? And yes, we can talk about how, you know, we're not given the same opportunities. Sure.
Right.
Like I get that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just know that like that's how you can use your muscle of your work hard, but also use the other muscle of like they're giving us these tools.
They are.
So like use it.
I don't want to get.
Here's another one too.
What?
Like what you're saying, like another example is like George Lucas. There's a documentary about how how Star Wars was made, right?
Right.
Okay. Before like any of the CGI, all this stuff was going on, how they were making their sets was like a clear glass like palette.
Yeah.
And they would paint the
forest,
all
or
the forest of all the and they had to paint another one on a layer on top of that, and a layer on top of that, and a layer on top of that, and then have the characters be in the blank spots, and they have to stay there and act and I'm like y'all want to and so when whoever and also George Lucas invented a specific type of camera to be able to shoot, you know, they talk about that whole thing. But if we didn't care and didn't want to be better, elevate that type of stuff, we'd still be painting our frames. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm an editor and I use Photoshop. I use Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, and so there's so many tools now that like, man, save me so much time.
Right.
You understand? But if you're an artist and you're a true artist, you know how to use something that comes from inside, that comes from within your soul, to use, and you know when an AI can be acceptable.
Right. Agreed.
The ones who are complaining, they ain't even doing nothing. They're not even doing nothing. The ones who be complaining about AI.
My thing was, because I had a friend on, and he was a talent agency director, and I was asking him about AI. I was like, well, how are you even going to begin to negotiate if the studios come and say, I want to book Cris, for we use the example Titanic. We're like, what if Titanic did like additional movies, but it would be funny, but whatever. But it's not funny that people died. It's just a funny concept, like Titanic Part 3, right? Like, so we use Cris for Titanic Part 3, right, as a live actor, but then for Titanics 4, 5, and 6, we're going to just use the AI version of him. It's like, how do you negotiate parts 4, 5, and 6? You know what I mean? And him as an agency director was like, we're not even going down that road. I'm like, but I think that's how the studios might be thinking, right? Like,
yeah, but that's also like, what's the
and then if they are, how do you negotiate that?
Right. I just feel like,
but maybe that's me just going too far.
No, it's not just you, because that is a thought, but I'm not, I don't know the freaking word that I'm trying to think of right now, but it's pretty much it's thinking negatively it's thinking through fear. Right, they could use our face, and they can use this, and they can use this, and they can use that. Like I
how
get
far
it.
is it gonna go?
Yeah. I get it.
Because we've all seen Terminator, and I think that's what it is.
Right.
We're basing it off of like, I will be back.
Right.
Maybe that's too far.
For me, to be honest, it's already written. Right. You know what I mean? So, like, I really do not try to stress on like, oh my gosh, it's gonna go further, this and that. It's like, have you posted that reel that you said you was gonna post? Because you're gonna do all this complaining about all this and what's gonna happen, but like right now, you say you was gonna post that reel.
So just focus on the now.
Yeah. Focus on the now, and like, and then here's the thing: there's so much going on in the world. There's already so much fear that's already been within your life. I'm 32, finna be 33. I've gone through a lot of things in my life that is scary, that's fear, that's triggering all these things. Why would I even want to create a new one? Yeah. That just like,
and I think for me, it's just like, that's what the rhetoric has been, right? It's been, and I felt like I was like asking as an agent, like, where are you guys at with all this? Like,
and they say we're not even there.
Well, we're not even there. He's like, we've seen some things with like voiceovers. Like, he's like, voiceovers, we lost work to AI for sure. Okay. But he's like, but if I got that across my desk, I wouldn't even negotiate. I'd be like, no, I have to protect my actor. I have to protect my talent. Right. And so that's great. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, how does the rest of the industry feel? Yeah. Right. Like, do other agents feel the same way? So anyway.
So now with the voice thing, okay, that's a better example. So let's just say like, with Dominican Usher, right? Yeah. Okay. So I thought about, well, it's funny that I'm doing Dominican Usher, but what if I was able to still do the Dominican Usher cadence and I'm singing and everything, but with my lyrics and my audio,
right?
What if I was able to use Usher's voice? So now it sounds like Usher is actually singing, right? That'd be pretty funny.
It would.
But then I'm thinking like, damn, is Usher gonna be mad about that?
Right.
You know what I mean? That I just used his voice or whatever. But then here's how I do it though. In my mind, I'm thinking, even with the album, when Usher said let's make an album, or he should make an album, in my mind I'm like, I would only want to do that if you're a part of it. Right. Because I want you to make some bread off of this. I'm using your name, bro. Right.
See, but you're a very special talent. Because you're actually thinking of the originator. Right. You're actually, and I just don't feel with social media that happens anymore. I feel there's too many people behind the scenes. There's a community of us that have all work that's been stolen, have had stuff that's been lifted by even newer creators, etc. And it's like, it just doesn't exist anymore because they feel like they can just swipe it. They don't have to say, oh, shout out to Usher. They're just like, they'll just go do it. And they'll just go take it and not give credit where credit is due. And it's not so much about compensation and stuff like that. I think it's more just like, it's like you're one of the few, I think, that are actually like, no, I have to give Usher credit. Like, and again, sure. he's a big time artist. Like
for something like that is like, I'm making money off of that. You know what I'm
you
saying?
would? Oh, because you put it out
if
as
I
an
put out
album.
an album, yeah.
Oh, you were.
I'm
I
not
thought
gonna
they
do an
were
album
just.
for fun.
Oh, I thought you would just do it for fun. Never mind.
No, I'm trying to put an album out. So that's what I was saying. Like, if I were to do that, I would do it the right way. But I would want
Yeah.
Usher to be like executive producer type. Like,
Right.
make
Put
some
his
money,
name
bro.
on it.
Yeah, let's break bread. But that's for something specific.
Would
like,
you go on tour? Would you do a Dominican Usher
1,000%. 1,000%.
Are we gonna get
opening
more?
for Usher?
Are we gonna get more Dominican Usher?
Uh,
Are you going to the tour? Where is
the tour
this summer?
Yeah.
You're going?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm for sure gonna go. If I could go to multiple, I would.
Nice.
I want to. I definitely.
What cities would you hit?
I mean, I'm in New York, so I'll obviously go I'll go to the New York one.
Atlanta.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Atlanta, Houston. Oh, man, would I go to Houston?
Houston's
back home, but like, I feel like Atlanta's gonna go crazier because Usher. Yeah.
Atlanta would be a good show.
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
Yeah, that would be.
And then L.A. Because Chris Brown's in L.A. too. They'll bring out some folks.
Yes.
But yeah.
London.
Maybe Miami.
Woo!
Miami. Miami.
I have a joke.
Tell me.
Are you ready?
Run it.
You might steal it and use it in your set.
Okay.
Just warning you.
Right.
It's that funny.
Come on.
Okay. Do you know how do cats wait? How do you know fuck, I forgot the joke.
It's starting strong.
It's starting really bad.
Okay, give it to me one more time. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's something like, how do you know a cat is from South Florida?
How?
Because they say meow me, meow me.
Okay.
It's a really good one.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
On a scale 1 to 5.
Oh, 1 to 5? Damn, you already cut yourself in half instead of it giving you 1 to 10. You already cut yourself
on a scale from 1 to 5.
From the scale of 1 to mid. What do you think? Not bad.
Do I have a future?
Not bad. You know what? I had one about so when I moved to New York, I lived with a bunch of Dominicans, right? Mm-hmm. And all day they just kept saying Diablo, loco, Diablo, coño, Diablo. And they even had a cat, and the cat was like, Diablo. Like, the cat's Dominican too?
It's always Dominican. My dog's Dominican. I speak to my dog in Dominican.
I wonder how the dog would wolf. Like a well, I don't know, like a Dominican word. Diantre. No,
my dog's Dominican. I speak to my dog in Dominican Spanish.
Yeah.
He's trilingual. He's dog, English, and Dominican Spanish.
And Dominican Spanish?
Yeah.
Coño. When they howl, coño. Yeah.
Okay, so, all right. So you're ready to rule the world through comedy and Dominican Usher. I can that's
say,
what I've taken away from
Here's what I can say, because I've already posted about it. Obviously, we talked about this before off camera.
Yes.
And I appreciate you asking. Yes. But what I can say is that I did audition for America's Got Talent. I did. Because I don't know when it's going to air. So what I'm going to say is it went great.
It did?
Yes.
Okay.
I absolutely killed it. And it's going to be a good time. So let's just say if this is in the future.
Who's the host right now?
The host is Terry Crews.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's great. He's great. I love him.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah. I auditioned. It's a lot of love. It's going to be fun. And whatever time that this is in, I just hope that you guys are continuing to tune in and show me love and follow me. And hopefully I'm represented correctly. Not even hopefully. I'm represented correctly. Like, they're going to be proud.
Well, good luck.
All Latinos are going to be proud.
Nice.
People from back home, back in Houston, are going to be proud. Like, yeah.
Shout out Houston.
Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
Well, that's exciting. Okay, so I always end each episode with asking people, through life, we go through ups, downs. Sometimes we plateau. Sometimes there's a fork in the road, and we don't know which way to go, right?
I like that. That was smooth.
Thanks. It's better than my Miami
yes.
joke.
Yes.
Okay. So I should stick to this better.
That's why you did test. That's why you passed the test and didn't go to the Menudo. You went to communications.
No, I didn't go to John Leguizamo's show.
Oh, you didn't go to John Leguizamo's show. My bad. Okay.
Okay, but close. But anyway. But so, right, so there's a fork in the road, something we don't know. What would you say to any upcoming comedian or comedians now or whatever friends, young artists, creatives that want to branch out and do different things and maybe make their own version of something that goes viral, skit that goes viral, would lead to resilience? Like what is the key factor for you that leads to your resilience?
You have to have a healthy level of delusion in your life, and like you have to really believe that this is going to work. All right. So like if you're like, cliff jumping, you're at the very top of the cliff, you see the water, your homies are down there so that you can tell that they're letting you know it's not shallow down here. It's all good, but you're up there and it's high. You got to take that leap. You got to jump. Because here's what's going to happen. If you don't jump, then you just saw all your other homies jump, or you said that you're going to jump and then you bailed and then you walked down. You maybe went to a smaller level to jump and you jumped off. But then when you jump off, yeah, that's cool. But you're going to be looking at that top of that cliff like, I could have jumped from there. It's going to be in the back of your head. It's going to bother you. Just jump, take a risk. Don't be afraid. And literally the worst that could happen is that, like, it didn't follow through.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, that's literally it. And you just learn. You learn from it.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like, I've taken so many L's, but the W's have felt amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, your W's get read back to you.
Yeah.
And you get to remind yourself of that. But I would just say, like, don't quit, don't be afraid, be delusional, believe in yourself, think as big as possible. Even if you think that, like your highest goal was like, I'm gonna get a mansion, buy my mama a house, buy my dad a house. Also, if you can think even bigger than that, like go bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
I love that. I think yeah, delusion.
Resilience is like not quitting, right?
Yeah.
Resilience is
not quitting, but also getting back up.
That's hell yeah. That's 1,000% like
being resilient through everything.
Yes.
No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody does.
Like when people say ups and downs, like it really is that. Like it's a pattern. You understand? So if you're in a down right now, the up is about to be crazy.
Right.
That's all you have to continue to remember. Because some people feel like they just have to. Some people feel comfortable about the down, and then they just think their life is just a down.
Yeah.
And then they stay there. But it's like, no. Right. There's an up coming. So you just have to just continue working. You got to just keep going, stay in motion. You're going to stay in the down if you're not moving.
Right.
You're literally just going to stay in the down.
Eye on the prize.
Eye on the prize. Keep moving.
Right.
Keep moving. Keep moving. And you're going to find yourself be like, your up is going to go crazy. There's always a blessing. I always feel that way. Always feel that way, which is crazy on the other side now. So when I'm up, I get a little nervous because I'm like, okay, it's been really good.
But that's that fear. Yeah.
Yeah. But I just think about like I just make sure that like I'm healthy, my family's healthy, and we're all good.
Yeah.
Because if there is a down, again, it's because of life and it's already written or whatever. Yeah. But we just try to make sure the downs aren't repeated. And if there's downs that we can't control, then that's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But keep the downs going in an up direction. You're going to be going down, but your ups are going to,
right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Kind of like the stock market.
Exactly. You don't want your downs going like this.
Up.
Yeah. You want this.
Kind of like that. Well, thanks so much, Cris. I really appreciate you stopping by with your busy schedule and you're all over. Good luck on America's Got Talent. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for you. Yes, appreciate you too. Thanks so much. Come on. And this is Virgie Rodriguez with A Race of Your Own. Subscribe, leave us comments. Tell Cris what else do you want to see him do.
Yeah, y'all can catch me on all the grams, all the social medias, man. Catch me. It's Cris Sosa on everything. Instagram, Facebook, Cris Sosa on YouTube. Yeah, catch me. Say what's up. Holla at me. Follow me. DM me. I see all of them. I'll be responding back too.
Slide into his DMs is what he's saying.
Hit me.
All right. Peace, everybody. See you later. Yay, Cris.
We did it. We did it.
Round of applause.